Have you ever wondered if there's truly one perfect person meant just for you? Someone who would finally make you feel complete, as if all the broken pieces would fit into place and the search would be over. Carl Jung offered a profound and often unsettling perspective. Perhaps the idea of a soulmate is not about finding someone outside ourselves, but about discovering the hidden, forgotten parts within. In this video, we explore whether the search for an ideal partner is a beautiful truth, or a powerful illusion shaped by the deeper layers of our unconscious mind, and whether, in the end, the real soulmate we are seeking is not another person, but our own lost self. Jung believed that what we often call a soulmate is actually an encounter with our anima or animus, the inner feminine and masculine energies that live within each of us. We unconsciously project these inner figures onto others, perceiving them as if they are the missing piece of our soul. When you meet someone and feel an overwhelming sense of familiarity, as if you have known them forever, it might not be them you are recognizing. It might be the forgotten parts of yourself they are awakening. But here lies the paradox. The person is real, but the image you fall for often belongs to your own inner world. The soulmate is both real and imagined, both a blessing and a mirror of your inner journey. Thus, for Jung, love is not about finding a perfect match. It is about discovering the parts of ourselves we have long abandoned. When we fall in love, it feels magical, almost like a homecoming. We see beauty, mystery, depth, and we believe it is all contained in the other person. But Jung reminds us, much of what we see is a projection. We are not just meeting another soul, we are meeting our own soul in disguise. Our anima, or animus, shaped by childhood memories, cultural myths, and personal wounds, colors our perception. The beloved becomes the canvas onto which we paint our hopes, fears, dreams, and longings. This does not mean the love is fake. The feelings are real. The growth is real. But the way we perceive the other person may be more about us than about them. At first, love feels perfect. The beloved seems to embody all we have been missing: the tenderness, the passion, the understanding. But slowly, reality emerges. We begin to see the imperfections, the inconsistencies, the humanity behind the dream. The spell breaks. We feel disappointment, even betrayal. We wonder, was it all an illusion? Was any of it real? Jung would say, yes, it was real, but not in the way you thought. The other person did awaken something true within you, but they were never the missing piece of your puzzle. They were the mirror, showing you both your beauty and your unfinished work. And in that breaking of the spell, real love, conscious love, becomes possible. Consider Emily, who grew up longing for someone to rescue her from a life where she always had to be strong. She meets Alex, charming, confident, a protector by nature. At first, it feels like destiny. But soon, his protectiveness hardens into control. Emily realizes that what she had projected onto Alex was her own longing for safety, not his true nature. Or think of Daniel, raised in emotional neglect, who craved warmth and attention. He meets Mia, radiant, nurturing, full of life. With her, he feels seen for the first time. But over time, he demands from her a bottomless well of reassurance. He realizes that he wasn't just loving Mia. He was seeking the motherly love he never received. Another story. Sarah, fiercely independent, falls for Leo, an adventurous soul who seems to offer the freedom she secretly yearns for. But soon, His unpredictability becomes exhausting. She recognizes that the freedom she sought from him was the freedom she had denied herself. Each story reflects a common truth. We are not only seeking others, we are seeking ourselves. The breaking of illusions is painful, but it is also the beginning of something far greater. When we integrate our anima or animus, when we recognize that the tenderness, passion, strength we seek are already within us, we can finally see others clearly. Love then becomes not about completion, but about celebration. Not about merging into one, but about walking together. Two complete beings supporting each other's journeys. Jung taught that conscious love arises not from desperate need, but from inner abundance. From the deep knowing that you are already whole, and therefore, you can truly love another without asking them to fill your emptiness. In conscious love, there is no clinging, no fantasy, no rescue. Only freedom, only presence, only truth. Every deep attraction is a message, an invitation from the soul to reconnect with what has been lost. That spark you feel when you meet someone extraordinary, that sudden sense of aliveness, it is not just about them, it is about you. It is the music of your soul, stirred into awakening. Attraction is the soul's way of guiding you back to yourself, to the parts you have silenced, forgotten, rejected. It is not about finding someone to complete you. It is about remembering who you already are. And the more you honor that inner call, the more you reclaim your own soul, the more beautifully you will be able to love others, not as saviors, but as fellow travelers. The fantasy of a perfect partner is deeply woven into our collective psyche. Fairy tales, movies, songs, all whisper the same dream. One day, someone will find you, complete you, and you will live happily ever after. But Jung warns us, this fantasy can become a prison. It sets us up for endless disappointment. It makes us discard imperfect, beautiful connections in search of a myth. There is no perfect soulmate waiting to complete you. There is only the imperfect, courageous journey of two people choosing each other again and again. Real love is not finding someone without flaws. It is choosing to love someone through their flaws, and letting them love you through yours. It is the sacred work of seeing the divine in the ordinary, the beauty in the brokenness. Carl Jung invites us to rethink everything we have been taught about love, to see relationships not as endings, but as beginnings, not as fulfillment, but as catalysts for growth. Real love is not easy. It demands the death of illusions, the birth of truth, the patience to stand with another as they stumble toward themselves. If you are ready to walk this path, the path of conscious love, join us in our upcoming videos, where we explore Jung's teachings on individuation, shadow work, and the sacred journey of the soul. Remember, the soulmate you seek may not be a person. It may be the parts of yourself you have yet to meet. Love is not something you find, it is something you become. Each time you choose truth over fantasy, presence over projection, compassion over control, you practice the art of love. Each time you look at another and see not your savior, not your fantasy, but a soul walking its own difficult, beautiful path, you come closer to the heart of love. Carl Jung believed that our deepest destiny is to become whole, and to recognize the wholeness in others. Sometimes, the soulmate we are seeking out in the world is the self waiting patiently within us, longing to be seen, to be embraced, to be loved.